So the Adventure Time Season 6 hashtag finale dropped last week. In our previous episode, we talked about the first part of that, which was You Forgot Your Floaties. A weird one. Let's just go through them one by one.
Yeah, so the next episode after that was Be Sweet.
Be Sweet, that's right. First time we've seen LSP in like 4 years.
She's still in the woods.
Yeah, so this episode, I think, was a nice palate cleanser from the previous one, in that it is just like a fun, cute episode primarily. And the darker stuff is just undertones at the end.
Yeah, just that, Lumpy Space Princess is finally realizing that she's a garbage person.
Yeah.
And that she deserves all the bad things.
Yeah, I like that LSP having, like, I guess, like a freaking episode where she's, like, hearing these creatures talk to her and tell her how awful she is and having a mental breakdown. I like how that's the palate cleanser.
Yeah. Because this show's gotten so whack. And, of course, Sweet Pea continued to be super cute.
Yeah. And I think part of it is because she's pretty inconsequential. Like, she doesn't really matter, and that's part of why it's kind of sad for her. Like, her whole story's pretty sad, but, like, she doesn't really matter. Unfortunately.
No.
She's no better.
She has no point in just the entire world of Ooh. She comes from Lumpy Space. She has no reason to be here. She just doesn't like her parents. God.
My gosh. I just, like, Sweet Pea, like, will you be sweet to me? And, like, that ridiculous ritual. Like, when Tree Trunks is explaining it, I was like, oh my god, these millennial children parents. You are the most amazing, special, wonderful child in the whole world.
Oh my god.
And he can't go to sleep unless he knows that.
Nope.
But it's okay, because he's cute.
I'm glad that they went, like, a very basic, just like, oh no, the babysitter fucked up, kind of, like, cartoony-esque route, because I was like, okay, I hope, like, not tucking him into bed doesn't unleash his lichness somehow.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, all we got was the dream at the end where he could sense the comet coming.
Yep.
It's like, Mom, I had a dream that I was a comet boy again.
He had a dream he was Greg Universe.
Yep. All right. Orgalorg.
This, like, I loved this, but I'm not sure why, but I just love, Gunter, yes, I love everything about it. You probably hate it. Do you hate it? I love it.
I don't even know it.
I think this one might have been even more whack than Floaties.
Yeah, I feel like it was
great.
It was kind of jump the sharky a little bit.
Gunter's an intergalactic old one.
Because that's the thing. You Forgot Your Floaties was dark, but it was also, like, super obtuse, and, like, you really weren't sure what the fuck just happened. And this one, we learn that Gunter is an ancient alien demon who was banished to Earth in the form of a penguin.
Yeah, and, like, all those that fucking random line from, Hunson Abadir that was probably just a throwaway goof.
Yes.
They're like, no, let's make that a thing.
This is the pinnacle of that, because, like, in the adventure, I think it was, like, a season 2 commentary I was watching, like, they mentioned, like, oh yeah, that's totally a thing we do, like, we'll make a joke, but then in later seasons we'll be like, hey, let's make that a thing, and, like, retcon it into something that's actually real. And this is, like, the pinnacle of that. And
it's super
so
evident that they do it, and, like, this really is, because, like, this was hinted at in Hoots, with the shit that Gunter was doing there.
Yes.
Yeah. And it all makes sense now that we've seen the whole thing.
But yeah, it just fucking... I've been using this term a lot, but it's really great. It just tore the lever off this whole concept of, like, Gunter being evil. Like, he's the evilest thing. The Lich is gone. He's the new big bad. Is this penguin?
He's so cute.
I really like that Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Which one is that?
The one where he tries to help the penguin get back to the South Pole, and he exclusively pronounces it as penguin. And then,
I remember that.
And then he gets to the South Pole and he learns that the penguin is from Hoboken. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm dying!"
Can we just watch every Bugs Bunny and talk about that?
Not the racist ones.
Yeah, not those.
Not the ones where he fights Injun Joe.
Or fucks with the Japanese.
Yeah, that episode. The episode alone, we shouldn't even say on the air.
Orgulorg is like something that we just have to accept happened.
I love it.
Like Orgulorg is connected to this comet. Okay. Alright. Fine.
I mean,
I'm down. I'm there.
here's the thing: is that I think it pays off. We'll get back to that in a bit.
Yeah.
On the lamb, I was right. The pickaxe in that promotional art referred to a chain gang, and it is Martin on some alien planet being arrested for being the worst person. And I think in this one we finally solidify what Martin's deal is. I don't think that he's in any way he has any malice in him. He's just 100% completely devoid of empathy or compassion.
Yep.
Which is in itself an absolutely a form of sociopathy, but he's not like a hateful person.
No, he only cares about himself.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
I feel like maybe because I know I'm getting ahead of it, but like when he shows up later and he just sorts of talks about how the universe is just big and empty and full of nothing, I think that might have something to do with it. Like he's just this intergalactic traveler and he's just become jaded to caring because it's like, what's the point? This is just an endless void where people just die.
We're definitely coming back to that line.
For him, things just happen.
Yeah, and there was I think it was supposed to be an intentional parallel when he abandons that koala person. It's supposed to be a parallel of how he abandoned Finn. Just like, hey, buddy, tough titty. I gotta
You'll be fine.
You'll be great. You're the
tough
best.
Titty. I got a splitty.
There it is. I remember this one being some pretty funny stuff in this one.
I mean, he's a funny asshole if you're, not that invested in the people that he's being an asshole to. Granted, the koala people were very cute.
On his own.
They were very cute. Okay, wow, alright. Oh, wait. Oh, we dropped. I thought you guys were giving me a silent treatment.
No, I'm here.
We were giving you some.
Oh, you were? Okay. Let's move on to Hot Diggity Doom.
Yep, and we see the dream from Hoots come true in this one.
Yeah.
Where, God, the King of Ooh. Oh, this one, I really like the 2-part finale, and part of it was because it was so fucking funny.
This is the thing, is that, like, so much of the latter half of season 6 has been really dark and introspective and fatalistic, and there's been funny stuff in it, but it hasn't been that funny.
It hasn't really been Adventure Time funny, whereas, like, all that stuff that was going on with the King of Ooh is just, like, classic.
These final 2 episodes were hilarious.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, especially with the comment. I was like, okay, this is, like, Adventure Time's back. This is Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I felt. I felt like I was watching Adventure Time again. And it was, like, back to form.
It's so weird that they pick, like, the biggest, craziest, stakes have never been higher moment in the show to, like,
to remember to be
back
funny.
To basics. To bring it back to its roots.
Well, not the roots or the basics. I would say season 3 or 4.
Oh, peak Adventure Time when it was still Adventure Time, but it could also still be super high stakes.
Yeah.
Like anything involving the Lich.
Yeah.
But fucking King of Ooh with his fucking Louis the 14th legs. Yeah. Just like strutting down those stairs.
Is that what those were? I just
princess.
thought it was like, well, I'm a princess. I gotta have some.
No,
gams.
Dude, like look up the portrait of Louis the 14th. Like.
Yep, that's kingly. That's kingly gams right there.
Like he invented the high heel and like to accentuate man's legs, and like he was all into that fashion. And I believe they had like a young man be the model for his legs in that famous portrait to make him look even studlier than he probably wasn't.
The legs in this portrait are of a significantly different skin tone than his face.
Yep.
Wasn't he wearing tights?
Maybe they're tights. But it's like that Angelina Jolie dress.
Yeah. Shit, was it? I like that. I like that princess is a genderless title.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just princess is just there. That's how you know it's a ruler. I rule this land. I am the princess of it.
But it's interesting because he was the King of Ooh, But I guess that's just his name.
Yeah, like because like a king is like an old archaic useless title now. Probably he might actually be a king, but it has no bearing in Ooh now.
Yeah, I mean, Marceline's a vampire queen. We haven't seen any other canonical vampires.
No.
There have been some in the comics, but those are a different canon. So who knows, like, what kind of domain she has. I love, what was that line? It's like, it's going to be nice to be away from my people for a bit, and their blank, bleary cow eyes.
Yeah, like
they're pleading cow eyes or something like that.
Like she was very like, oh my god, this is wonderful. I actually hate these people. Like I've always hated
dillweeds.
Yeah, I think
you're a dillweed, and you're a dillweed.
You knock over your mic.
Yes.
You dillweed. PB.
Yeah, it's like I think they were able
to,
much like we were saying yesterday, last time about them being able to say balls. I think they could get away with dillweed because it's a plant.
Yep.
Is it that bad of a swear?
No, it's just like I don't know what's acceptable.
It's such an incomprehensible word that it could only be a swear.
Yeah, I guess it's true. And Peppermint Butler was really cute.
In top form. I really like Pep Up.
Yeah, Pep Up's great.
And then I guess we move on to the final one.
Yeah.
Comet.
The Comet.
So yeah, like how Nikki said that somebody needs to do an AMV of that.
Tooch said that.
Tooch said that someone needs to make an AMV of it. I feel like they should make the AMV about Martin, because the song itself, The Comet, is kind of a song about oneself, and kind of thinking that they're the shit, and Martin definitely feels that way about himself. So
yeah, I'm great. I got this moth. I'm doing fine. Mouth full of treasure. What am I going to spend it on? I don't know.
Goop.
Yep, goop. Lots of goop.
Oh, God.
I want Martin and the King of Ooh to have an episode together.
That episode was really... I'm sorry to go back to On the Lam, but I was like, what was Star Wars now? We're aliens?
Yep.
Like, I know it shouldn't have felt that different because there's mutants and crap on Ooh, but for some reason it felt different.
I mean, that's successful then because it's supposed to feel alien.
Yeah.
It didn't feel that different to me. I don't know. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to realize he was on another planet. I was like, oh wait, fuck.
I guess that's what was like jarring for me because I was like, wait, he's on another planet. That's something we haven't established before.
Well, we established it in Orgalorg that there was at least one other habited planet.
I think we just sort of established it when we realized that Martin was in fact like a space traveler, and also like there's life on Mars, like there's aliens.
There are all those prisoners in the cosmic jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the first time it's been this real.
Yeah.
When I thought of cosmic jail, I thought of like
interdimensional shit.
Interdimensional shit,
Yeah,
not like
sure
intergalactic shit.
I'm sure at some point, once you get high enough in the tiers of like way too much power and interdimensional travel, they just the line probably blurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, things get kind of weird.
Things get cosmic.
I think the most interesting thing to talk about in this episode is the fact that it kind of addresses the tone, the recent tone of the show.
Yeah.
There's that Martin line where he's like, there is no order. There's no order. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no universal intent. We're all just floating around like a bunch of jackasses, and we make do with what we can. Whereas Finn is on the side of order. It's like, no, there is order. There is reason to everything.
Not just order and reason, but
meaning.
It's fatal. Like Martin's kind of a fatalist. He just sort of lets things be, whereas Finn is like, no, I'm gonna do something with these two hands, and I'm gonna fix it.
I'm gonna punch this. I'm gonna punch this Cthulhu.
Like, I'm not just gonna let things be. I'm gonna do something about it.
He wills his destiny. Like literally, he more or less prays.
Yeah.
No, he straight up prays.
Yeah, and then when stuff happens, he's literally like, no, you guys, I did this.
Yeah, it's like, what a crazy coincidence. No, I did it.
No, it's like, I told the universe.
Yeah, there are so many great goofs just like, oh man, open door philosophy. I've heard of that. So what is that? You just like say yes to stuff? Pretty much.
And Orgalorg's voice.
Yeah, is like a
He's
contrast
just
to the.
a dude.
It's just Tom Kenny being like
Being Jack Nicholson.
I get, but like calm Jack Nicholson, not like
Jack Nicholson is more off the wall than this ancient intergalactic deity.
Yeah. So I like that the show addressed that it's gotten sort of away because this is something you said, Nina, is that like the show has been so hopeless recently.
Yeah.
And it was addressing that. It's like, you know, it may see. I think the theme it was trying to convey was that it may seem like that, but it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. That we ultimately have choices. Like the comet gives Finn this choice, you know, and Finn makes his choice.
Yeah, become a god or to stay on Earth, and then Martin takes up the role, which could mean some bad stuff because he's so terrible, but hopefully just means we don't have to see his goddamn ass again.
Right, I think that's what Finn took out of it. He was like, oh, well, don't have to see him anymore.
He was like, well, I'm never going to change you, Dad.
And it's such a fucking headache to try.
God,
yeah, and I just feel bad that he'll never learn about his mom, because his dad's such an ass. So fucking terrible. But yeah, Finn chooses her. I really like the last scene where like they crash land in the golden puddle lake, and then they're like, we fix it, PB, everything's okay. And she's like, great job, you guys. Like it was any other Adventure Time adventure.
Yep.
And I don't remember who it was, but when this episode aired, Moynihan or somebody on the Adventure Time official blog talked about how they felt that this season would benefit more than any other season from rewatching because of the various themes and motifs sort of threaded throughout.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe
one thing I
that's
noticed
a good
with this
idea.
episode is that there were so many callbacks that, like, even I had trouble keeping up with this shit. And I've got a pretty encyclopedic knowledge about this fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff we haven't seen in forever. Like, when Finn prayed, he had the auto-tune in his voice that we haven't seen from, like, season 2, 90 years ago.
That's my favorite tidbit about Finn is that he swallowed a tiny computer and can sing auto-tune now. That's my favorite thing about Finn. My favorite Finn fact.
I'm glad we came back to songs and Finn facts. Because I thought that was just sort of like something they dropped for a while. They're like, oh no, let's do that again.
They used to drop songs like crazy.
I know, it's been a while since there was a song. We have this prayer song. Teaching kids about New Age spirituality.
Yeah, something that our mom would really get into if she could, comprehend Adventure Time at all.
I know, our mom's always telling us to talk to the universe.
Yeah, and like I actually am more philosophically in line with Martin. I am an existential nihilist. I think that any order is an illusion. It's just observed patterns of amidst utter chaos. But that's bummer talk.
Yeah.
So the show was picked up for a 7th season. We do have that confirmed, and it does have an 8-part miniseries, which I guess is the movie.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of cleaned everything up
they were building up. They've cleaned a lot up. I mean, Betty, like, that's still a thing.
That's probably going to be the focus, then, is Betty now. So that's like the only loose end, and it's a pretty important... That's the most important loose end.
It's called Stakes. Oh, when did Finn have the thorn in his palm? Have we seen that before?
I vaguely recalled it.
Yeah,
but I don't remember.
I was confused because I was like, okay, I remember the whole deal with the leaf sword, but I didn't remember the thorn coming back. I don't remember when the thorn reappeared.
It might have been one of those because like they always do this. Like they'll end the very last second of every episode will be like a new scene, and you have to take that in really fucking quick. I'm wondering if it might have been that, where he just looks at his hands like, oh, there's a thorn there. End of the episode.
Yeah, probably. I've got to rewatch this whole season because it feels like it's been so long.
It has been very long.
Yes.
It's a long-ass season.
Yeah. This was episode 199. So the start of season 7 will be the 200th episode, and I really like the direction that they brought it back with in this episode, but I do think that the series is best off wrapping up after this last season.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think so too.
Yeah.
Like I felt like they kind of did a reset of sorts, and it was kind of refreshing. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, things gotta happen.
Although, no,
Things need to wrap up.
maybe when it's all said and done, this season will be like standalone, because like it there's been a gradual thing, but then this season was just so starkly out there and cosmic, but it all looped back into itself by the end, and the very last episode is them going back to form. So maybe when this is all said and done, everybody will be like, oh yeah, season 7's the weird one. Or season 6.
Yeah.
You know, we've really got to see.
Only
Like, also,
time
I
will
feel
tell.
like the show has got so much continuity now that
Yep.
it's under threat of collapsing under its own critical mass. Like, remember, we've also got, like, we learned an answer about Susan that just raised more questions.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like that's one of the... I feel like for the most part they're pretty good with it, because there's a lot going on, but rarely does it intersect with each other. There's just a lot.
It doesn't, like, in this two-parter where it did, it was so overwhelming, because you really get hit with how much continuity there is.
I guess.
Over this show that used to have none.
Yeah, and a lot of the continuity was stuff built up from this season with the comet and Finn's dad and all this stuff. It was all very like season 6 stuff that was resolved.
I feel like the only major stuff that's been like a running continuity throughout was like something's weird about Gunter, PB's constant like conflicts with ruling her kingdom.
I guess Jake's croak dream, I guess.
Oh yeah,
that was like
yeah.
season 3.
Yeah.
Has
I
that
forgot
come
all
back?
about the croak dream. If Finn didn't even say anything, if Finn didn't drop that like, oh man, Jake's croak dream, I forgot about it.
Well, I think once Banana Man came, I would have remembered.
Well, did you remember like when it's like Bananas Man?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
I was waiting
of
for him
course.
to show up at that point. Yeah, I was like, "Where's Banana Man?" And they did the line. And I was like, this is gonna be Banana Man.
And unfortunately, he didn't speak. But
Did
Dang it.
Finn's prophetic dream from Hoots come true in all this?
well, see, here's the thing: is that
Because in that dream, it was him and Martin and Sweet Pea.
and maybe Sweet Pea represents the comet because
Maybe.
the lich came from one of them.
Maybe.
And then the bird lady represented Orgalorg
And then Jake, his face was upside down.
because he farted.
Okay,
That was
so
another
I guess
great
it did
goof.
happen.
I can use jet propulsion. I can't breathe.
But yeah, shit got, like, it was like gravity in that. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I can't breathe, I can't. It's scary.
Space.
Space spinning.
In a season where like Finn and Jake were barely in it, this was like the greatest fucking moment to see Finn just go straight back to like adventure boy form of like, I'm gonna punch this thing, yeah.
I know, and he's like, no more teen angst, no more bullshit, let's just do things. I'm tired of thinking all the time and feeling bad.
what's that animal called? The Dracula squid, the vampire squid?
Something like that. I know, yeah, because that's what
'Cause that's-
Orgalorg was doing.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Where he's
fans
just
are
like, man, this is gonna take forever.
But yeah, Adventure
It's
Time.
vampire squid.
Adventure
Let's just
Time's
call it the
wrapped up
Dracula
for
squid.
now.
Yeah, it's coming back in the fall.
So we have some time to focus on other things.
Like Steven Universe comes back next week.
Maybe.
Yeah, the 13th
Yeah.
or 11th or whenever's one starts.
Yeah, it's like the 15th through the
Yeah,
19th.
that's starting next week. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back into that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When does G Falls come back?
Soon.
July.
They said it was like. They
They
said
keep
July.
saying
They
keep saying July, and it's like, July when?
There's
How do you not know yet?
July
It's
so
only
many days. There's more than one.
the
July
July is the month
34th.
after this month. How do you not know when?
Disney.
Let's start ripping and wrapping it up. Nina, what you got for shout-outs?
Okie dokie.
People are like always worried that I'm gonna get more concussions, and like thanks guys, but like I'm.
He only got the concussion because he was a dumbass and played too rough with our dog.
I played regular rough with our dog.
You played too rough.
She played too rough. She was the one concussing people.
You agitated her.
I didn't agitate her. She didn't run into me on purpose. She did not know my head was going to be there. I was falling backwards at the time.
That's the worst, because she just went full force into you thinking that there was nothing but open air in front of her skull.
Yeah.
Alright, Mario Mendoza said, if it's cool, can I request you guys to review either MTV's Undergrads or Digimon Adventure Seasons 1 and 2? I believe somebody else also wanted us to review. Yes, Lunchbox at Fat and Nerdy also wants us to do Undergrads after listening to Clone High. I guess it's kind of in a similar wheelhouse, but with college students.
That era of MTV animation, they're definitely their own like sub genre of like, you know, all like dumb older teenagers doing shenanigans related to high school and or college.
It's also very short.
Yeah,
which I like.
None of them went more than one season. That's the other thing.
So yeah, that's something we'll check out. I don't know if we mentioned this before or after you asked that question, but like Digimon Season 1 and 2, it's too much, and Nina and I kind of had trouble getting back into it as adults.
But we will definitely do Season 3.
We'll do Season 3,
eventually.
And we'll do the movie.
Yeah! All about it. We can talk about the series as a whole when we discuss the movie.
Yeah.
Because the movie is very much like it takes each chunk, it's like segments throughout the seasons, yeah.
But like watching Seasons 1 and 2, that's like 150 episodes.
You don't gotta. If you've seen it, you've seen it.
I saw it, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
At Tonana Pai says, have you guys thought about putting links to videos and articles you mentioned in the show notes? That'd be cool. I did, so I started doing that. Our last episode that I posted, I put some of the links that I had on hand in the show notes in the Tumblr posting. So if you want to find links to articles and stuff, I'll start putting that in the Tumblr posting of the episode.
You did it.
Yeah.
You enacted measurable change in your surroundings.
You made a difference. Congratulations.
And then we received a letter from Josh, our good fan buddy, who, you know, managed to get his brother to watch more cartoons and listen to our show. Thank you. I appreciate it. And he did a wonderful goof with Kim Possible that I don't feel I could properly capture.
I mean, Tooch could. Are you looking at
Tooch could do it.
Tooch?
Toon Goons! You think you're all that, but you're not!
Well, fuck you then, because we are. Anyway, any other...
What if Kim just said that? Fuck you, we are. Fuck you, I am all that.
Hey, smoke my dick, Draken. Any other shout-outs?
No, that's, I think, about all I got. You know, thanks to everybody, new subscribers, new listeners. Love you guys. Appreciate
We love you.
everything that you do for us, because you're the
Everything
best.
that you...
And I'd like to say that we have hit 300 followers on our Tumblr page.
Woo!
Yep.
Yay!
Okay, so ways to find us. I'm going to try to be a little more hip and fun and friendly this time. You know, you can tweet at us at the Toon Goons on Twitter. Here's one thing, some fan interaction. I've decided that this summer I really not only want to, but should, and like need to get a Homestar Runner related tattoo. Because like, it's the only thing from that I love in the world. And so if you got any like cool ideas, tweet at us there. I've already come up with the best idea for a Homestar Runner tattoo, but I'm not going to get it for a multitude of reasons. Okay, you know, it would be one of those super ornate fullback Yakuza style tattoos, but instead of like a dragon, instead of a dragon, it would be Trogdor. It'll take like 3 years and $1,000 to make.
Yeah, but isn't that the only thing, like, is it like that's worth the money, though?
But then you'll be like one of those guys whenever you go to the beach with the full
you,
back tattoo.
wait, one of those guys? Do you mean one of those the coolest guys?
Do you mean Yakuza? What beaches do you go to? Also, like, if a Yakuza person sees that, they might kill me.
Maybe?
I don't want to
go
mess
to
with the
Japan.
Yakuza.
They're scary.
They're like the scariest. So yeah, if you have any ideas for that, let me know.
Tweet random crap. Hashtag eat the boomers and hashtag unlock Pepper Ann.
Yep. You can find us on Tumblr, the toongoons.tumblr.com. It's our main website. We've got a page on the left sidebar that's a great way to just find all the episodes super duper quick. And Nina curates a bunch of posts about animation, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's really cool. It's a good thing to listen to. And we'll put Metrospective on there, at least for a bit.
The Metrospective Tumble will also reblog a lot of stuff, but it'll probably just be cool robot gif sets most of the time.
Yeah. You can email, if you got to get in contact with us long form, the best way is usually through email, thetoongoons@gmail.com. We upload all our episodes directly to SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/thetoongoons. I think it actually might be /the-toon-goons. I mean, just Goog it. You can find us on iTunes by searching the Toon Goons. We would love if you leave a review and a rating. It helps us become more visible. We know everybody says that and it sucks, but it's like a real thing.
It's like a real thing. Like
it's literally that. Like we wouldn't be harping on it if it wasn't like basically the only thing that directly matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my parents were grilling me on Sunday, and they're like, "How you guys need to advertise more?" And I'm like, "What? It's not something it just happens. It's just something. It's a gradual build.
The more it becomes like a job, the less fun it's gonna be." So anyway, another thing we're gonna be next week. We're doing the Goofy movie for Father's Day. Watch it with your dad.
Yeah.
Or your mom.
Or your dog.
Or your grandma.
It's also a movie about dogs, technically. After that, we're doing Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, which you can find all ad-free on Hulu. And after that, we're doing Dan Versus, which is also on Hulu. Don't know if it has ads or not. I haven't gotten to it. Probably it's Hulu. And a reminder that Tooch and I are going to be at Anime Expo in Los Angeles July 1st through 2nd through 5th. We're doing a meetup with Cooperation Laboratory, I believe this Saturday. We'll let you know more details when we're there. If you're there, find us, meet us, and also meet LaShawn Thomas because he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Not like with us, but he'll also be in the same general vicinity.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know him.
If you're going there, you should meet him because he's cool.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's super friendly and nice.
All right. So that's been the Toon Goons. I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
And I'm Tooch. Second Homestar Runner tattoo idea, Little Brother.
Little Brother is definitely a front runner. There is a cartoon where they're just talking about tattoos, and Homestar talked about getting one on his forearm that said "The For Real Deal" with a picture of him dressed up as Uncle Sam, and I might do that one.
No, Nikki, I will not allow you to do that one.
You what?
No. Absolutely not. You're not putting that on your body.
One that would be, I don't have the balls to do this one, would be a tattoo on my stomach that says Thorg Life. I respect Tupac too much to do that one.
Please get something tasteful.
There's nothing tasteful in Homestar Runner.
Oh my god.
It's all really bad Flash animation.
It's decent. Considering that they were putting shit out once a week, it was really good Flash animation.
I knew you would immediately say that. But I agree.
You have to sign off.
And thank you for tuning in.